The revelation is set to tear the family apart and have huge repercussions for those close to Amy as they scramble to find out who is the dad and decide what to do next. Tracy and Steve had been talking about having another baby when the news lands on them. Their wishes may have come true in a way they never expected. Tonight's episode saw Amy took a pregnancy test and next week she'll be ready to reveal the news. She chooses to tell Liz the truth before she tells her parents, bunking off school to ask her nan to meet her in the urban garden where she drops the news. She pleads with Liz to take her to a clinic to have an abortion. Liz knows she can't help without Tracy and Steve knowing, and she convinces Amy she needs to tell her mum and dad first, and takes her to see them where Amy nervously reveals their impending grandparent statuses. Tracy takes the news reasonably well, remaining calm and supportive. Steve on the other hand goes absolutely bonkers and storms over to the corner shop. He accuses Eddie of being the one to get her pregnant after learning he has an active sex life from Dev, and Amy is furious and mortified. Now the whole school will know. Steve then demands she tell him the real father's name, but will she? Tracy decides she needs to extract the information and attempts a soft approach to encourage Amy to open up. Amy tells her the sex was consensual and that it happened at a party just before Christmas. Later, Amy confides in Simon about what's been happening, but Steve sees them chatting and jumps to all the wrong conclusions. Amy is taken to a family planning clinic by her mum and she has her first ultrasound which reveals she is 10 weeks along, punching a hole in her story that it happened just before Christmas. Tracy is furious with the lies and demands to know what really happened. There's more bad news for the 14-year-old when she learns that because she's much further along she'll have to have a surgical termination. Amy is horrified. Steve tells Tracy of his suspicions regarding Simon and she decides to check Amy's phone, finding a text from him that seems to incriminate him. She storms over to the Barlows and confronts the poor lad in front of Ken and Peter. Steve and Tracy take the award for the most embarrassing parents ever. Amy speaks to Faye Windass about having babies and she's given food for thought. Will it make her change her mind? Leanne puts pressure on Simon to speak up about what really happened with Amy and he promises it wasn't him. He's just been Amy's support. Amy is still keeping mum on a dad and Tracy further believes it's Simon, reasoning she must be protecting him because he's her cousin and it's all kinds of wrong. Leanne jumps to his defense and the two women go to war, with Amy left in tears. But will Amy finally come clean about her baby's paternity or will it be found out some other way? And will she decide she's ready to look after a baby?